crowd is assembled at the American Airlines Center looking for a Mavericks win here in downtown Dallas. We're all set to bring you NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And, of course, Chris Middleton. This is their first game without him.
Yeah, no question that it's a risky deal to make because it's the kind of move that can turn a team's fan base against the front office. But trading one of the most popular players on the team is always risky no matter what you get in return.
Now, here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
That's showing you that Siakam understands in pick and roll. If I can get myself to open space, I'll get an open shot.
Shot by Grimes. No good. Here's Dallas. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at punting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Here's Banchero. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Pass to Zubac. Back to McBride. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Puts the move on. Siakam misses. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Halliburton inside the three-point line.
Boy, you got to love the defensive effort, contesting that shot by Kyrie, just trying to frustrate his man on the defensive end.
6 on the shot clock. A second chance effort.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. We'll try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
I think the value of Pascal Siakam is the skill set on both ends of the floor. He can play multiple positions either end, and he can lift his team in any number of ways. You know, he had room to operate, but added a little fade on that shot just for good measure.
Rejected by Halliburton. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Boy, for a man his size, Towns does a sensational job running the floor.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Irving. Down low. Here's Williams. Good on the shot.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Williams got as great a basketball frame as you could hope for. That's strength right there.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Now, here's Irving. To the miss from Karl-Anthony Towns. Halliburton outside. Left side, Towns. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now Irving, after 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
What's amazing about Kyrie is the number of go-to moves he has on the interior.
Pass to Grimes. A 3-ball. Rebound by Williams.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's McBride. Buries it down low.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Clippers trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Grimes with the bucket.
There you go. Not the best start, but maybe that's the shot that gets him in rhythm.
Now, here is Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
He gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
There's the screen. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And it's the Clippers' ball, trailing by 4. Pass to Krejci. Here's Mobo. Rebound by Williams. Here's McCain. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. 1:15 left in the first quarter. To the middle. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Dallas. Now here's Williams. Kicked his pocket. Here's Mobo. Another shot. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Siakam inside the three-point line. Outside Williams. Back to Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. Drives to the hoop. It's blocked.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Again, Wiggins missing. Siakam outside. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Mavericks lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in L.A. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Here's McCain. Still scoreless. Second chance shot. And that one drops for him. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Irving from long range. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Pass to Krejci. Williams with the steal. Outside Irving. Rebound by the Clippers. Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Mavericks making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Mobo. Now Hampton. Puts up a three. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Here's Krejci. Takes the three. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles with another miss. Dallas leading by 3. Here's Westbrook. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
The motor of Russell Westbrook is absolutely amazing. This guy stays with his shot even through the tough contact.
That's his first personal. First team foul.
Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
So here's Westbrook after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their rush. And yes, it's good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Krejci. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Krejci's got 6.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
McCain offline with his 3. Wiggins right side. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
To the inside. Pass to Bay. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's McCain. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Mavericks with possession here. 4-point game. Here's Irving. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
However you feel feel about Kyrie Irving? You cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Here's Grimes. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Grimes has got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles. Irving drives in. It's good. Irving's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Halliburton with it. Zubac defending. Pass to Grimes. From outside, off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
You see the offensive force that is Kyrie Irving. Sometimes it's the scoring. Right there, it's just passing.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. 36 seconds left to play here in the half. Out to the right wing. Here's Halliburton. Still yet to score.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here is Irving. Pass to Zubac. The kick out to Irving. 4 seconds left. It's tipped. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Clippers ahead. They lead by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Halliburton with it. Pass to Lively. Towns looking it over. They get it again. Outside for Halliburton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Mavericks trailed by 3. And Westbrook, here we go. Oh, he misses the dunk. And here is Los Angeles now. Stolen by Westbrook. Williams, that's good. Williams has got the first points to start out the third quarter for Dallas.
You can see Jalen Williams' speed on display right there. Gets out to score on the fast break.
Right, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Now here's Westbrook. To the paint. Knocked away. Towns with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. A three-pointer off the mark. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Mavericks. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. As your superstar says, it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. PA thanks.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA. Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
For the lead. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, when he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Banchero's got 5.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Back to Banchero. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Banchero's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shot. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
Williams outside. Banchero grabs the board.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
For 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
And it's Westbrook missing. Clippers leading by 7. Now Halliburton. He has yet to score. The 3. Rebound by Williams. Outside Westbrook. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Misses the jumper. To the right side. Down low. Now here's Halliburton. There's Williams. And there's the drive. And Williams slams it in.
Look out, because if Jalen Williams wants to put it on the deck and get to the cup, I would not lose my mind and step in front of him.
Halliburton for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game. Screen by Zubac. Here's Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. When you talk about Jalen Williams, Doris, is it fair to say this guy has superstar level potential?
Without a doubt, Kevin. Jalen Williams is a 3-level scorer. He's fearless in the clutch. He has the hunger to keep improving, and he can be a lockdown defender. He's got all the tools to reach the level you're talking about. I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
Mavericks trailed by 4. To the middle. Here's Clowney.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Here's Krejci. No good on the triple. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
Pass to Williams. the tie with 2 seconds left. Misses at the rim. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the LA Clippers. And he's supplying a lot of their offense with this.
The Clippers, 41.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So it's the Mavericks now to tie it up. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
They came close there to tying it up.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And here is Irving. Got a piece of it. Here's Hampton. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Mavericks trailed by 5. Irving double team. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play change for him.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Defensive foul.
The neat thing about Kyrie Irving is you get style and substance. This guy's such a fluid player, makes the game look effortless.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Hampton.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Bay with it. To tie it up. The game now all time.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Defensive foul. R.J. Hampton.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
You gotta like how ready Bay always seems to be, prepared to seize the moment whenever his number's called.
And the Clippers miss again. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Irving for 3. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. It's good from long range. Now it's a 4-point Dallas lead.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Looking to end the run. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Substitution for your Mavericks. Number 17.
Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Irving. It's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Pass to Krejci. Shoots the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Irving takes it out to Siakam. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. Carries it from 3-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And it's blocked. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Krejci. Takes a three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Clippers.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Krejci. There's the triple. Bay pulls it in. Here's Irving. Here's McCain. Lets it go with a three. Hits it from three-point range. And now a three-point Maverick lead.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And the basket by Hampton. Here's Irving. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. Here's the drive. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
Is a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
Pass to Krejci. Now Hampton. Here's Mobo. It's good. A tremendous three to tie it up.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Here's Krejci to the paint and stolen by Bay. Siakam looking around. And Spo with the rebound. Here's Krejci. Pass to Mobo. Over to the wing. High post shot. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Now Westbrook. Now here's Siakam.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And so here is Dallas. Here's Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Williams.
And this is where Banchero needs to keep improving. Good to see him working hard on D.
Here's Grimes. Good on the triple. Grimes has got the first basket here in overtime for the Clippers.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And the call will be against Derek Lively. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Pass to McBride. Williams with the ball. Shot clock at 5.
Well, this guy takes pride on the defensive side of the ball. Banchero not backing down.
Here's Grimes. A 3. Offensive rebound. Ball's not loose. Stolen by Westbrook. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
Well, overtime basketball, a minute and a half played so far. Outside Westbrook. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. There's the three. Nailed from three-point land. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Boy, always ready to play up-tempo basketball. Tyrese Halliburton stops on the pull-up. That is nice.
Here's Grimes. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. Grimes has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. And here is Siakam. They need this. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game. He's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Grimes. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. McBride with the ball. Dallas no good that time either.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
Here's Grimes. Outside for Halliburton. Lets the three fly. The Mavericks pull it in.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
So the Clippers with the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it